Now we are talking, my gorgeous Libra. Now we are talking. In numerology, your number is number 999 when it comes to the actual month of December. And this means that you are going to become aware of an opportunity of your lifetime. I'm not saying that this is like, oh, just an opportunity. No, baby, no. This is an opportunity of your lifetime that you are going to become aware of by the end of December 2022. This in itself, it's about to change your life forever. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for December 2022. I'm telling you that this month is going to be completely life changing, and even more so by the end of December, especially when it comes to the last 7 days of December. The last 7 days of December, you are going to experience something you've never experienced before, which is going to make you aware of the whole new world beyond this world that you are living right now. This whole new world that you're going to become aware of, it's going to inspire you to the point where you are just going to find questioning yourself, why didn't you do things earlier or before? But it doesn't really matter. This is an amazing time of your own readjustment, which is going to make you aware of one of the most important decisions of your life that you are going to make. This decision that you're gonna make, it's gonna reflect on your home, on your immediate environment, making like a really massive and huge change. But you will be very patient here, because at the same time you will know that this is something that is going to take a long time, but it's going to take one step at a time until you get there. In fact, you're going to become aware of this by the end of December, this really big decision, really big step that you want to make. But this in itself, it's only going to start happening pretty much so very strongly at around September 2023. Okay, so this is something that is going to be huge, that is going to be enormous, that is going to literally change your life. But you also need to understand it's more about you finally finding yourself being so driven, and that passion is going to be impossible to ignore. And this is because you've just learned so much about yourself and about your life and about so many other aspects, like through your own experience. It was all leading you to this moment in time. On one hand, you are returning home to yourself, because it's to do with an aspect of your life that you always wanted to brush up on, that you always wanted to work on, that you always wanted to happen, But then again, on another hand, the other part of you, it was keep on calling you to go further and further and further with things that you are doing and focusing right now. And this is where you have found yourself a little bit in the middle. Do you go and follow your success and follow things that make you financially okay and solid, or do you follow the actual path to happiness, something that you know that this path is going to take you where you belong? It's about going back to where you belong, but at the same time, you are starting something new. You're starting the whole new spiritual journey because of the things that you have learned so far. This is gonna remarkable, my gorgeous Libra. You need to understand, okay? You also, when it comes to this month of December, there is a very, very powerful male person, very powerful man. I really like him quite a lot. He's strong, he's powerful, he's someone in your life, he's very grounded, he's very solid, he's very kind of centered. Lots of people don't understand him. Lots of people understand him in a completely different way. Lots of people don't understand this man's energy. because I think that this person just says how things are, and this person also has a very unusual sense of humor as well that you can understand. But my gorgeous Libra, why am I talking about this man? This is someone rather successful, rather powerful, rather quirky, rather strange, rather different, but above all, I would say extremely powerful male person. Powerful when it comes to their success and finances, but also powerful when it comes to their spirituality, where through that person you're gonna realize something so amazing and so unique about yourself, which is already gonna happen within the first part of December. Within the first part of December, within the first like about 11 to 12 days, within the first 11 to 12 days, that particular person is gonna really play such a huge role in your life, because through that person you will, first of all, you're gonna feel so inspired. You're gonna get some kind of hope. You're gonna get some kind of inspiration, and you will know what I mean. But most importantly, to that person, you're gonna understand something very special and very specific about yourself, something that is gonna ring different, and you will know what I mean. And it's all gonna boil down to a rather wise choice that you are going to be able to make, that you will want to make. And this wise choice is gonna be on your mind quite a lot, because it's something that is instantly going to make you feel so happy, something that is instantly going to make you to elevate. So it's this vibration is just so delicious in so many different ways, and it's calling you in such a way, oh, be part of me, do you know what I mean? So it's impossible to ignore this, and so you will know through that person what do you need to do in order to be so much more happier. On one hand, it's a lot to do with you being completely honest with yourself, and sometimes, we need people like this to kind of shake us up a little bit, you see. But then on another hand, you will know that this is something that is going to make you feel so much happier. And it's also alongside those lines where you look at that male person and you just inspired by something what they do, inspired by the way they live their life, inspired by what they did. And I'm not saying that you're gonna copy what they did or that you're gonna do what they did. It doesn't really matter. I'm telling you, and I'm keep on saying that every single person in this life, on our spiritual journey, people that we see constantly on daily basis, people who are constantly in our lives, or people who are just kind of passers by, who we see and we never see again, every single one of them is as unique, is as special to our spiritual experience. We learn from everything and everyone, and so it doesn't matter. I'm not saying you're going to copy that person, but it's just they're going to help you understand something about yourself, and you will be looking at them and you're going to think, I want to do it like that, or I want to do it like this, for example, but it's nothing to do with their situation, but you will see what I mean. And then at the same time, you're still not going to know how to do this exactly, but the bottom line is you will know this wise choice. And then about within the next few days after that moment in time, you are going to be chilling out, you are going to be relaxing, you are going to be either meditating, you're going to feel extremely tired and extremely unusual and extremely slow and extremely drained. This is because the Hermit Mama is keep on coming forward. This is because the Hermit Mama, Hermit mode is coming forward. So this draining that you're gonna feel, draining energy, is actually going to be really good, and it means, and it indicates the fact that you are slowly but surely drifting into the most deepest levels of your subconscious self, which is what you need when you are kind of looking for the big life answers, or when you kind of enter that hermit mode indeed. So the bottom line is, as soon as you feel so drained suddenly and tired, you will not be able to tell where this is coming from. You're gonna think you've got a cold or something, do you know what I mean? But then again, you're gonna realize, suddenly you're gonna kind of chill out, relax, and when you forget about everything, something is gonna come to you completely out of the blue. Okay, what is going to come to you? You're gonna be reminded of for how long you've kind of had your life was kind of not making you as excited or not making you as happy, and for how long you've just felt like you just couldn't move towards the directions that you wanted to. For how long you've kind of felt like you couldn't do anything. For how long you've kind of felt like you were in some kind of self-imposed prison, for how long you kind of felt like your hands were tied at the back, and it's just like you have to go with this, you have to go with that, but it's just like you're not happy, you weren't happy. Do you see what I mean? So this is going to be on your mind quite a lot, and then suddenly you are going to become aware of like how you're going to exactly do this, you know, and this is brilliant. And so this is all going to contribute completely towards it. On one hand, it's going to make you feel more braver, but then on another hand, because of the past experiences, through the past experience, you will know exactly how, on one hand, how wise this choice is that you're going to make, because it's going to make you spiritually free. Do you know what I mean? You will do what you want to do. You will be able to be yourself. But then on another hand, you will know exactly how to do this. You see, it's just going to come to you, and it's going to come through your past experiences indeed. And also, my gorgeous Libra, what else I was going to say, at around the 17th and 18th of the actual December, I like this so much. At around the 17th and the 18th of the actual December, you are going to kind of like a festival. You're going to hear an unusual sound, a very, very unusual sound, very unusual noise. This sound can be an animal noise, or this sound can be something that is just going to happen completely out of the blue, but it is going to, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Grab your attention. As soon as you become aware of this unusual noise, you need to know that the second thing that it's going to follow after that moment in time, it's going to be some kind of an animal that you're going to feel. And that animal, again, it's going to bring you a very, very interesting message from the spirit world. We had animals as the actual spirit guide messages for such a long time now, and I'm not surprised. It seems like the more we are spiritually open, the more messages we are actually having from the animals in form of like our guardian angels messages, spirit guide messages, or like any simple, or simply like a certain spirits, you know, who want to kind of pass on the certain messages. But what you need to understand, first of all, you're going to hear an unusual noise, an unusual bang, and then after that moment in time, you are somehow going to come across a certain animal. Whichever animal this is going to be, it doesn't really matter. You will know which animal I'm talking about, because there is something very, very unusual going to be about that animal. At that moment in time, you need to understand and pay attention to what was on your mind, because this is a golden, beautiful, amazing sign that you are kind of blocking yourself with something. You yourself are preventing yourself from moving on because you're being fearful, you're being so scared. You know, you're being so scared about making the necessary step without you even realizing. You're kind of slowing yourself down. So you need to work on this. You need to heal this. You need to specify what this is. You need to work on this, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. There are a few things that are going to come out of it. So you're blocking yourself with something in a negative way. You're thinking negatively without even realizing. And this is something important, because it's like really preventing you from moving on. And it's preventing you from planning. And it's preventing you from going further, you know, in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, you will be so much further now where you are at the moment if you haven't been slowing yourself down a little bit. So you really need to come out of it. You really need to come out of your comfort zone. It's a lot to do with the comfort zone, but at the same time, it's a lot to do with you trusting yourself, because you need to release this. Because as soon as you realize what this is, and what you need to do is just immediately, when you become aware of this animal, immediately you need to immediately reflect on what you're thinking and just say, no, I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna be open-minded. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna make the necessary step forward. And a couple of days after that moment in time, there are mind-blowing bright prospects that you are going to become aware of as a direct result of everything I said. This is going to bring you hope and inspiration. It's going to make you feel even artistic. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's going to make you aware of the fact that now, you know, you just need to, after that, you just need to kind of develop a clear plan indeed. And also, my gorgeous Libra, what else I was going to say when it comes to the month of December, it's basically, you know, you are really kind of going to be surprised about a certain person. I'm sorry to say this, but there is some kind of person here that it's really going to surprise you. They're going to show their real face. You're going to find out about some kind of a liar Libra, you're going to find out about some kind of person which is really going to surprise you, like really dishonesty, double dealing, someone quite devilish, and you thought that they were nice, you thought that they were okay, but then at the same time you must not let this to get you too much, you know. So you are gonna, like, maybe you really liked someone, or you like were getting on with someone, and the mask is gonna fall and you're not gonna like what you see, but then again, you know, this person is not going to change. I'm talking about someone really devilish, and this is not even going to affect you. You're strong, you're powerful, you're amazing, you're resilient, you're ridiculously intelligent, both spiritually and like a normal intelligence. Do you know what I mean? And mental intelligence, normal intelligence, whatever that is, but you know what I mean. Yes, so you must not let that to get you. This is part of your spiritual journey, I'm afraid. So you are going to become aware of someone not being who they are. The mask is going to fall, someone rather devilish, someone who's a double dealing, and that in itself, you just need to like really accept it. The sooner you accept it, the better it's going to be. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you are gonna know, like when it comes to the contemplation, the sooner you accept it, the sooner you're gonna become aware of the fact that a very negative and very dark stage of your life it's coming to an end. That's an end. You see what I mean? That's an end of a very negative stage, but you know, in your life, the worst is over. But you will not become aware of this at this moment in time, you see? So you're just going to need to kind of accept this person for who they are and just move on. But at the same time, a few days after that moment in time, you will know, you will realize that the worst is over. And that in itself is going to open you up. It's going to make you aware of the new possibilities, which are going to be directly responsible for you, like knowing what to do after this moment in time, because your mind is going to change, your way of thinking is going to change in the best possible way, because you will learn something so special about yourself and about your life, which is going to ultimately help you to make a really important decision when you find yourself contemplating, especially when it comes to your understanding, you know, what progress in life you've made, but also understanding what exactly do you need to do when it comes to the next step in terms of the actual expansion, and the way you're going to start looking towards things is going to be absolutely everything. When you start looking towards the things that you're going to start looking towards, you know, at this moment in time to, when it comes to your future, those are the things that you should stick to. Just remember this. Do not forget this whatsoever. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to be, what are you going to need to when it comes to the actual nutrition. When it comes to the nutrition, you're going to need something like a natural vitamin D3 supplement, which is going to boost your immune system, but it's also going to be remarkable when it comes to so many other things, like a sensitive bones indeed. So you do know I have my own supplements. I decided to have my own supplement range because it was more difficult to get like a proper supplements out there. You go to the popular famous health shop and every single supplement is like filled with rubbish and chemicals. No baby, no. So I decided to have my own. So natural vitamin D3 is something that I highly recommend you, my gorgeous Libra, to boost your immune system and for your sensitive bones, alongside natural zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and it's fantastic for skin, hair and nails, for energy, and it's also brilliant to boost your immune system, alongside organic chlorella. And the metals are everywhere, in the ground, in the air, in the soil. The metals are everywhere, dangerous metals, okay? And organic chlorella, it's been proven over and over again that it has got a remarkable ability to detoxify our body from all these dangerous is the key word, metals. Organic chlorella also comes with the actual omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself. So it's brilliant for brain and for so many other things as well. If you would like to buy my vitamins, the links are in the description below, or you can just simply go on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you can see my page coming up that way as well. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm going on the very first date, which is going to be quite important. Do you know what? On the 1st of December, you're already going to be able to feel, oh my God, the energy is different, the energy is strange, the energy is unusual, but I like it. And you're going to be looking at the day outside, and there is something going to be so spooky, something is going to be so different, something is going to be so strange about it, you know? And then by the time you get to the 2nd of December, you know, you are going to find yourself being very, very creative. So the 1st of December, it's going to be unusual type of the day, you know. But then on the 2nd, it's going to be completely different. And especially in terms of you feeling so creative. At the time when you feel so creative, you are going to choose to do something that you love doing, which is normal, which is natural. And then suddenly something is going to come to you completely out of the blue. The bottom line is that on the 2nd of December, something is going to come to you completely out of the blue. Some kind of realization, some kind of idea. Some kind of idea is how I would like to describe this, because that idea is also going to surprise you. How passionate do you feel about this? Like, oh my God. And it's to do with some kind of a new direction that you're going to find yourself feeling so passionate about almost immediately. And that new direction that you're going to find yourself at, you know what, this is going to bring so much like kind of karmical justice into your life as well. This is exactly what you need to do at this stage of your life, but at the same time, this is exactly what you need to do in order to kind of you know, start living your life in a different way. Because on one hand, this is going to start a progress and process of you removing yourself from people that are just draining your energy and they're not good for you whatsoever. And you know this, you became aware of this, because almost like on one hand you've been fighting yourself for this, but then on another hand, almost like, you know, you have found yourself being surrounded by the people that are just not really good for you anymore. They're draining your energy and they're making you feel uncomfortable. So this in itself, it's also like kind of going to really start the progress and the process of you really knowing that you are doing the right thing now indeed, because it is going to really reflect on your quality of life in so many different ways. So it's something that you should definitely go for. And then also in between the 2nd and the 8th of December, someone, you know, like who's so close to you and so important to you, it's gonna like kind of tell you something completely out of the blue without you telling them anything. They will tell you something and that will match completely what you were thinking about. So through the power of synchronicity, you will know, you will get an advice without getting an advice, but you will know that, you know, you will understand this in the best possible way again, and you, from a slightly different angle. And this is exactly what you need when it comes to you understanding this situation from the eyes or from a person who mean to you so much, who knows you so well. This is going to mean to you quite a lot, that they have been able to recognize something like that about you at the time when this was on your mind quite a lot. So this in itself is going to really answer the question to you in a very unique and spiritual way. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to show you this and recommend you this absolutely beautiful ruby fuchsite. Absolutely gorgeous. Check the beautiful, gorgeous pattern. Very pastel, very beautiful, and it's perfect for love and positive energy, for growth. It's fantastic when it comes to balancing strength and self-esteem and courage, because it brings courage, and both courage and peace into our lives. So when we need to work on things a lot, when we need to like kind of like you know, when we need to work on things a lot, when we need to, sorry, someone was just like looking at me from the road there, sorry. Yeah, so when you yeah, I can see the road, I can see the cars, and it's dark outside, and so it's a light, very bright here, because I've got a couple of lights here, so every now and then someone like just looks, you know, like someone curious what's happening here. My plants are probably just making it all even more like welcome to the jungle. Do you know what I mean? So now, my gorgeous, you see this Libra, it's just something that is going to bring an instant balance into your life. So when you feel nervous, when you feel anxious, when you feel negative, and you need to talk to specific people, this helps you to be at peace. This helps you to heal yourself, so you have the best possible, you are making the best possible impact when it comes to you dealing with important situations in your life without letting other people's negative energy and vibration affecting you whatsoever. So this is why it's perfect for like a positivity and especially like a positive growth in our lives and things like that. You know, when you're working on something really important, this also like enhances your energy, so it reflects on your physicality, so you can do it longer. On your mental well-being, you can do it sharper, but then on another hand, you also gently protect yourself as well. This gorgeous ruby fuchsite, I highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous Libra, every single time when you like kind of need a little bit of like kind of courage, when you need a little bit of strength, but also at the same time when you're dealing with like people who are draining your energy, so you preserve your power, you know. And this comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, my gorgeous Libra. The second important date is gonna be on the 19th of December. It's like, oh my god, you know, by you know, somehow you are gonna realize, first of all, on the 19th of December, somehow you're going to realize first how you became braver, how much you changed, how much you grew, you know, how much you changed in the best possible way. So you are going to realize it around the 19th of December, how you became braver. And that in itself, it's really going to make you realize to think about, oh my God, like how resilient you became. You're going to be thinking about a certain experience, and that in itself made you like kind of feel like you're growing stronger, because at the same time, this in itself will provide you with a rather fresh perspective, which is going to be on your mind quite a lot on the 19th of December. This fresh perspective that I'm talking about, it's going to kind of in turn into a vision, and a vision about yourself, vision about your life, but most importantly, vision about how you want your life to be. And even more so, you're going to start feeling extremely confident, because you are going to realize something very special about yourself, the very special gift that you have, very special gift that is going to make you feel as passionate like you've never been passionate before. This is to do with your soul speaking. This is to do with your spirit speaking. This is to do with your soul purpose again. This is so important for you to get this right, and you are going to get this right. So the vision, it's going to really make you feel like you've never felt before, because what is going to be pointed out to you at the same time as the key in order to take this on is your special sacred gift. And that in itself, it's like, oh my God, that is going to answer a massive question to you, my gorgeous Libra. And at the same time, you are going to become so confident about your own success. You have to go for it. You must do this. It's not only about you becoming not about you feeling like confident. It's about the fact that you are. This is literally going to bring a success into your life in every single way, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and also when it comes to you becoming quite independent, whatever that word means to you. This is exactly what are you going to be doing right now. Remarkable. Okay, the third important date, and before I go there, it's like, so look at this one, it's so beautiful. One of my favorite, of course, because of this color. Look at that color, it's just so unique. A purple moss agate, absolutely beautiful. It brings wisdom, peace, power, and healing, and also at the same time it's superb for the actual recovery from emotional trauma, and also invokes health, wellness of mind, body, and spirit. Do you know what I really love? This purple moss agate, it's like, this is a big mama when it comes to crystals, not only because it looks so beautiful and unique, you know, it almost looks like it can break, but it's like as tough as the toughest mama. Do you know what I mean? mean? It's not that, but one of the most powerful crystals because of its ability to bring a wisdom into your life almost immediately. Every single time when you want to understand things around you on a different in a different way, from a different angle, every single time when you want to be really wise, every single time when you want to project wise energy, because you get a lot of wiseness back, you see, and every single time when you discuss something so important and so wise, every single time when you want to impress someone, every single time when you want to like kind of like really want to do the work, whatever you're doing, in the most of the amazing of ways, through your own wiseness. You know, there's so many different psychic channels that open up within you and make you respond and react in a different way that you would normally do it. And this comes from the deepest levels of your subconscious mind. It takes over because you're allowing it to do. You're allowing this to happen by wearing a purple moss agate. Almost like it's like by wearing this crystal, almost immediately you can feel a different vibration, but almost immediately there are the doors that open in front of you that are normally closed. So I would wear this beautiful purple moss agate every single time when you want to kind of, when you feel wise, and then you want to kind of tap into things even further, when you want to discuss something really kind of like something extremely wise and something extremely important to you, or when you're simply kind of just thinking and you want to kind of like get some kind of answers, you know, if you're doubting certain situations, if you're contemplating and you don't know what to do, the power of this is that immediately it brings you back on the ground. It grounds you, it centers you, but it also points you towards the direction that you feel very strongly in terms of the actual courage and knowing, but not being able to explain where is it coming from, how passionate do you feel about a certain like a thing, you know, that you're thinking about. So purple moss agate, it's like a must, my gorgeous Libra. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. So every single time when you want to understand things on a different level, every single time when you're gonna impress someone, you know, it's like with your wiseness, but it's like, it's just like basically you do this and then you create this very special vibration and energy, and then lots of other people connect to you in a different way because they can sense the energy that they don't normally sense. But this is only going to be super beneficial for you. Okay, so now the third important date is going to be on the 28th of December 2022. It's like, oh my god, you're going to feel like so enthusiastic, you're going to feel so optimistic, and you will be in this mode to kind of explore something, to find out a little bit further about something. So you will feel like you want to explore, you want to find out a little bit further about something. You're just going to be in this mode. I want to find out a bit more, I want to find out a bit more. This in itself is going to be a clue. Why? Because what is going to be on your mind, what you're going to be so keen to find out a little bit more, to investigate a little bit more, it's also part of your spiritual journey. That in itself, it's really gonna like put you on the path where you are going to have a little bit of an adventure here, like literally. And that adventure that you're going to have on the 28th of December, literally little adventure, you know, it's going to feel like an adventure. You will see on one hand that, you know, the certain stage of your life is coming to an end. You will realize somehow that you've kind of done a full circle. So after this moment in time, something else is to come. But at the same time, that adventure is also going to like really something is going to happen here. When it comes to that adventure, you're going to see something, what you're going to become aware of. It's going to make you aware of the fact that you now it's time for you to make a really big step, the necessary step. This is going to give you the bravery, what you're going to become aware of that you need. And this is really going to surprise you. This bravery, this is all going to completely surprise you, but you need to understand it's about what is going to surprise you completely. This determination that you're going to feel. It's to do with an initiative. It's to do with your strength. It's to do with a mind-blowing force that you are going to feel in terms of you feeling so active, but it's also in terms of you feeling so powerful, but it also in terms of you feeling so emotional, deep and emotional at the same time. This in itself, it's going to put you on such a powerful conquest in your life, but then at the same time you need to understand that this is going to bring you one of the greatest successes of your life. This is about to bring you success, my gorgeous Libra. You must not ignore this whatsoever. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of December, mid part of December, and the last part of December. So the first part of December, you know, you need to understand, now it's time to come out of your comfort zone. Just remember, the first part of December, it's all about you coming out of your comfort zone, okay? The mid part of December, it's all about a fresh inspiration that you're going to feel, enthusiasm, and you're going to start feeling for the first time after a while now how much you want to explore certain aspects of your life. This is all, the mid part of December, it's all about the new direction in your life. And the last part of December, just please do remember to be tolerant of those people who don't make sense. I know it sounds crazy, but you are almost like it's a bit of like a spiritual challenge that you are going to have. Just be tolerant of people who don't make sense. They're never going to make sense, and you will see what I mean. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in a relationship. Oh my goodness, this is brilliant, because now for those of you in relationship, it's just like both of you like couldn't be happy so far, how happy you could have been, because you know you found yourself planning something, doing something, thinking about something all the time, having a dream about something all the time, you know, and then things changed. This is to do with the plans, and it's to do with what you both wanted to do, how you both wanted your life to be when it comes to your future. It's to do with also making a really big step, but then something happened in between over the last 2 or 3 years that you had to put this like kind of plans on a side. So now this is brilliant, because it's like this is coming to an end, this time where you had to put things on a side when it comes to plans that are so important to both of you. So I like it, because for the first time after 2 or 3 years, I can see the couples making a really important decision, very important decision, which is going to make you so much happier, both of you. You will know that now it's time to carry on with that aspect of your life, and just making this decision, it's absolutely everything. Your whole year 2023, yes, I'm talking about the whole year 2023, it's going to be mind-blowing when it comes to the couples, because you will have the whole new reason to be alive, the whole new reason to be passionate, the whole new reason to be happy, because you are both returning to the past that you both should be at this stage. It is going to kind of need a little bit more of you to understand and realize how you're going to do this exactly, but it's all about this making this important decision. At the same time, you're both healing and ascending onto the next level of your life, and this is why this is going to be life-changing for both of you, because the whole year 2023, it's all going to be about this, but you're gonna love it, and you've been waiting for this for an absolute ages. And for those of you who are single and ready to, hello my darling, my gorgeous Libra, I can tell you that someone very, very special is about to walk into your life. I'm talking about someone very powerful. I'm talking about someone really successful. I'm talking about someone really unusual. But I'm also talking about someone who is like a kind of like, my God, I would say, it's not someone who you would normally notice immediately, but it's like you would see that person and you would think that they're plain, but then the more they talk, it's like, oh my God, hello my darling. The more you talk, you're like, hello darling. Do you know what I mean? You're more and more and more like that, you know. So it's someone that you wouldn't normally notice, and you are going to meet this person, someone who you wouldn't normally notice straight away. Do you know what I mean? But it's also, you're gonna meet this person at time when you will be on the way to spend the time with the people around the people where you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to meet that person. No, baby, no, sorry, love. It's not going to happen when you have this on your mind. So you're going to, first of all, you're going to have on your mind, like, you want to go somewhere, let's go, you go out, let's say you go out in December, and you're like, have this on your mind, I'm going to meet that person. But it's actually not going to happen while you're out. It's going to happen at around the time when you're out, but it's not going to happen at around the time when you think that it's going to happen, if that makes sense. So everything is going to happen with this mysterious element of surprise. And when you start talking, there is something that this person is going to highlight about you, and perhaps it's going to touch your hand a little bit, and or it's going to do something that no one hasn't done to you in a long time. Not that no one hasn't done to you in a long time, but what you're going to feel, it's just going to awake all sorts of feelings and emotions. And this person, it's going to be directly responsible for you being alive again and feeling alive again. There is someone very special about to come into your life, you know. And this is why I think that this is a really important stage for you, my gorgeous Libras, because lots of you, not that you've been unhappy, but lots of you haven't been ready for something like this so far. And at the same time, you know, lots of you haven't been ready for something like this at the same time. But also, on another hand, you know, there was a very special reason for it, you see. And you will see exactly what I mean. There is so much that you're going to realize about this person when that person comes into your life. And at the same time, you know, it could happen like in December. I can see it very strongly happening in December, and I can also see that your big wish is coming true. And this is why I know karmically that you may have been kind of ready for this. You probably thought you were ready, but you weren't. But now I know that this is a big wish coming through as well to you. So I know that karmically it's time, okay? And even if that person doesn't show themselves and make themselves shown, even if that person doesn't manifest in your life, in December, it's still going to happen in January, so it doesn't really matter. But you will see, you will feel something from the beginning of December, so you will know exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.